This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal, and today is Friday, October 25th, 2019. Happy birthday, Mara. Please continue to take good care of yourself. The title of this rant is, Can Quantum Computing Revive America's Greatness? So, the other day, Google announced that it had achieved, let's just say it's still a theoretical, because it has been basically not validated, achieved a dramatic breakthrough in terms of quantum computing. There are many computers in this area. Quantum computing, in terms of its speed compared to traditional computing, let's say would take us light years into the future. It's just at its infancy right now. There is no rule book, there's no playbook on how we achieve this. Everything is trial and error. The practical applications for this could be still 10, 15, or more years in the future. But we've known about the concept of quantum computing and how it relates to physics for about 100 years. And, the breakdown of it is basically, and far be it for me to say that I know really anything about it, but the concept of it all is that in terms of traditional physics, matter can only be at one place at one time. I think I can understand that a little bit. But at the atomic and subatomic level, those laws are completely thrown away. So to understand that, which takes a PhD, understand how that works, how to use it, how to make it practical, how to make applications for it to give us that supercomputing light years in the future is just going to be an astronomical thing. And Google has indicated that they have achieved that thing. And of course, it will be a while before it becomes actually practical. But the thing is right now, all right, can this breakthrough help us achieve, let's just say, America's greatness? Now, I know the Republicans will say, hey, we're already great. No, yes, we are. But at the same time, at least for the past 40 years, if not a little bit more, we have not made the strategic investment in America's future because we know, and many other countries know, exactly what will be some of the dominant industries. And if you have that, then you can, I won't say rule the world, but be the economic powerhouse in the next, at the end of this century and into the next century. And we are lagging behind in a lot of areas. I just want to make, note of a couple of them. We're lagging behind artificial intelligence. Yes, we're looking into it. We're not looking into it like other countries are. We're not making dramatic investments in those areas. We're not making the type of dramatic investments in robotics. We're not making the same thing when it comes to automation. They're all similar, but at the same time, each one is a separate in and of itself. And if we look at the areas where we really need to be, especially in terms of global climate change, we haven't made the types of investments and the strategic planning that we need to have in terms of renewables and how that can help us. We, in terms of our infrastructure, and we can look at infrastructure in a number of different ways. We can look at infrastructure in terms of just basic transportation, in terms of autos, but also transportation in terms of our electrical grid, our railways, our railroads, our barge, our waterways, etc. And of course, dramatic increases in our ability to figure out how to make effective use of it, to how to plan for our future, how to make it so that we can get goods and services to market in the most cost-efficient way possible. Because right now, our roads, bridges, etc., we're trillions of dollars behind in what we need to do that. China is building roads all across the world to lead back to China. We have to come back. And now, on the last end of it, America is always accelerated into the future. And for the past 40 years, my sisters and brothers on the Republican sides, they have not wanted to look at the strategic thing of what's going on in the future and, make things better today and plan for the future. Everything is about cutting taxes and giving the money to the rich. But we have an opportunity right now to reinvent ourselves, to go back to the future, so to speak. Can we reinvent ourselves? Can this be something that we will show pride in, that we will continue to invest in, and that we will continue to invest in all spectrums of the areas that we need to lead in? Because again, we're the good guys of the world, good people. We need to continue to be in that role. We need to be technically, at the forefront. We need major investments. Do we have the political will to do that? I hope so. We need it.